Hello my friends, it's Caddy and I am back to share my album cover for my December daily. And here it is. This is my album cover that I just finished. I'm going to share with you guys how I made the album cover and just share kind of my process and how I got to where I got. So I'm beginning with this paper. This paper I actually didn't show it to you guys in the share that I did for all the supplies because I totally forgot that I had this paper. This paper is from TPC Studio, and TPC Studio, I have a pack. I think it brings like 8 or 10 papers, I don't know, of the same kind. I got that at Big Lots a while back. So this is really pretty silver paper, and it has snowflakes in the background, like really light blue snowflakes, and then it has like embossed glitter snowflakes on the paper. So it's very pretty paper. And I like I said, I totally forgot that I had this. I actually just found it accidentally. Going through my stash, I was looking for something and I ran into it and I said, oh my gosh, I have to use this for my December daily. So I thought this would make a perfect cover. So I cut it down to size. Now I didn't stick it down all the way because I'm still not 100% sure that this is what I'm going to use. I'm going to try to start playing around with things and see exactly what it is that I want to do. I know my numbers. I want to lay them down just like that, like you see there, in that way. So they are going to stay just like that in the end. So I got this 9 from, because I have a couple of these 9s or 6s or whatever you want to call them. Those are the Studio Calico wood veneer numbers, which I love those. So I had an idea to kind of do my original thought, I should say, was to do them in white. I envisioned them in white. I wasn't sure what paper I was going to use as a background, but I wanted them in white. But then I had this idea. I said, let me try it and see if I like it. So I had an idea to kind of do them in like two tones, like do a gold and red. So that's what I'm doing right now. And I could have totally edited this out because none of this stays, but I wanted to share it because it is part of my process. So I started out just with embossing the top and the bottom with gold, and then I'll emboss the middle with red. And then I'm just using a little brush to kind of wipe the areas that I don't want to emboss. So yeah, this was just a thought that I had and something that I thought maybe I might like. In the end, I mean, I could have made it work. I would have probably liked it. I just didn't. I really had in my head that I wanted the numbers to be white. So that's what they are in the end. So here I go, and I'm taking my Versamark embossing ink, and I'm just, I know I'm doing the middle, which is where that red is going to go. And the red, once I emboss it, it doesn't emboss on there very well, just because I was kind of inking it very carefully, and I guess I missed a few spots. So it doesn't emboss all that great, but that was the idea, to kind of have like a two-tone on my numbers. So yeah, so again, this doesn't make it onto my layout. It doesn't end up you know, being in this color. They end up being white. But again, I wanted to share this with you guys just so that you guys can kind of see my thought process and how I got to where I got. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing right now, and I'm going to emboss it, and then right after I emboss it, I say no, I don't want to do that. I want to do the white numbers. So I do have to say, I'm so excited about this December daily. I really can't wait for it to be December. I'm gonna start already planning my pages, so so stay tuned for that, because I'm gonna be busy in December, so I know I need to plan ahead and do things ahead of time so that it won't be overwhelming. And I really don't want it to be like next year and I still don't have my my December daily finished. So yeah, so that's what my plan is. So I'm gonna go with the white. I stamped my my wood veneer numbers with my Versamark ink, and I am pouring the white embossing powder over it. If anyone doesn't know what embossing powder is, it's just a powder. It looks like a very fine glitter, but you put it, you know, you use the Versamark ink or embossing ink, and you and it makes it stick to the whatever it is you're embossing. It could be paper, it could be wood, and then you use your heat tool to melt it. So it melts, and and it's nice and shiny. So I instantly knew I liked the white. It was looking a bit too stark, like it was standing out too much. So I cut off the camera and I'm gonna come back to it, and you're gonna see, because I finally decided what it is that I wanted to do. But I'm gonna kind of fuss around with it and see, because I knew I wanted white, but I didn't want it to be like so stark and just so bright that it stands out, because you can see there it kind of really stands out and pops. So I'm back and I figured out what it is that I wanted to do. So here it is. I'm going to show you what it is. So I'm doing the process again. I'm using my Versamark ink. And excuse my voice, I'm still sick. And I'm pouring the white embossing powder on the on that number. And I'm not going to make you guys watch the rest of the numbers, I promise. I just came back so I can show you guys what it is that I wanted to do, because I finally figured out what it is that I wanted to do. So I pour the white embossing powder, and then there I go with my heat tool. I'm embossing that. I'm sorry. Should have probably cut some stuff out, but I didn't really do much editing on this video. Alright, so I embossed it in white. I'm taking this Encore Gold ink, which is one of my favorite inks ever, and I'm just taking it with my finger and kind of rubbing it on the wood. So it gives it a shimmer, and I focused on the edges so that the edges would be shimmery. So it kind of takes away that stark white color, and then it kind of gives it more of an sort of an antique or a more neutral, I guess, look. So that's what I did. And then I'm taking this glitter. This is American Crafts. This is the Wow glitter. And first I do a little bit of the chunky glitter. It's the chunkier one. And then I do the fine glitter. So I do both. And this dries pretty well. So some of it does come off. You know, you got to kind of wipe it off. And if you want to reapply some of it, you could just add some more Mod Podge, which is what I'm using to adhere the glue, you know, the glitter down. So I use Mod Podge, and then as you can see, I cut out from red cardstock. I just cut out, like I traced the numbers on red cardstock. I cut it out, and then I placed it behind the letters, so that that red color from the binding in the book, so that it can pop and show. So I decided this is the paper I'm going to use. I'm going to keep it, and I adhered it down with my ATG gun. And then I'm going to put my numbers down. And I really love how the numbers turned out, because they look like they kind of have snow on them. So it's really, really pretty. I really love how this turned out. Now, for my December daily, those little letters are the Dear Lizzie. They're called Desktop, and they're from the new documentary line. And I'm using those to write out December daily. And then I'm using this ribbon. This ribbon I've just had in my stash. Like, I have a piece of it. I don't have a roll of it. It was, I think, on like a gift that I received once. I'm not even sure, but I know it's been in my stash for quite some time. And I had a longer piece. I know I've used this on layouts before, so I know I had a little bit of longer piece, but I only have a little piece. Like I could do the front and then probably the back of that book, and then that's it. I wouldn't have any more. So I used that along that edge. Excuse me. Sorry about that. So I'm going to use these letters. These are the Dear Lizzie from the documentary line. And I'm going to write out December daily. Now I am going to have to go back afterwards with my Scotch Quick Dry adhesive in my fine line bottle. And I will put glue behind each and every letter. I don't do that on camera though, but I do have to do that because this is being adhered to fabric, because that outer portion of the book, or that binding area, it is fabric. So I do need to add some of my quick dry adhesive to that later on, but I don't do it here on camera. I just wanted to see kind of how it looked. So I take this sticker pack. This is a sticker pack from Studio G, and it's just called Glitter Stickers, and I'm taking that flower one, and I'm going to use that there on the bottom. And then I realized after I put it down that I really wanted it to be dimensional. So I'm gonna pop it up. And then I thought about using from that other little puffy sticker sheet. I really thought about using those little leaves, but I don't end up using those. So what I decide to do is adhere down my numbers, because I know for sure that that's how I want them to lay. I want them in that exact formation, I guess, or placement. I don't know what the word is, but that's how I want them. So I decide to adhere them down, and I really, really like how they look in that position right there. So I adhere those down, and then I'm gonna use some pop dots, and I'm gonna put them behind that little flower, that little gold flower, and I'm gonna place that there underneath the numbers, and that's just kind of as something for it to lay on. And I really like that. And in the end, I really keep this album cover pretty simple. It's not, you know, too overdone. I could have probably gone a little bit more crazy and added some more pattern paper or something, but I wanted to keep it simple. In the end, I think it looks simple. I think it looks elegant, and I'm very happy with it. So I think that it's perfect for me, for my liking. So I'm excited. I'm really excited about this. I can't wait to make the first page. And then I keep going back to those little flowers, but I don't end up making them. They just kind of, I think, took away from the elegance of the page, if that makes any sense, because they're like the puffy stickers. So really, I didn't think they were gonna go. So in the end, I don't use them. And then those three little stars, which are gold circles with white stars in the middle, I'm not gonna use them there. I thought about putting them there, but I'm not gonna use them there. So I will move those. And then there's some little ornaments on this sticker sheet, this gold sticker sheet, and I thought about using them and having them kind of hang with some twine. But in the end, I don't do that either. I kind of felt like with the I don't know, with the placement of my numbers, it was just going to be kind of odd. So in the end, I don't do it. I could have, but I don't. And then I thought about having them kind of hang down like that. And then I wasn't sure what twine to use because, you know, the white was kind of blending in a bit, and then I didn't want to use black. So I just totally left that idea and then just kept going. So I'm going to add those three little circle stars where you see there, and that's where they're going to stay. They're going to stay right there. So then I'm looking at the other embellishments or the other pieces on that sticker sheet to try to see if there's anything else I can use. Now these little feathers, they are going to stay there for a little bit, but I will end up removing them. I don't know, they were just bothering me. I didn't really like them. I didn't really like them there. So I do remove them, and I go back to this. But in the end, I don't keep that either. So I'm sorry, I'm going back and forth here. I was just kind of trying to see what I wanted to do. So in the meantime, I said, let me see what I can use on the edge of the book. And I take this ribbon. This is like a white, it's a see-through ribbon. And I actually received this, I'm like 95% sure I received this in a pocket letter from someone that I traded pocket letters with. So I loop it around 3 times, and then I just do a little bow on it. Nothing too fancy. I just make a little bow, and I do wrap it around 3 times. So yeah, so I'm pretty sure this is from a pocket letter. So thank you to whomever sent me this in a pocket letter, because I'm using it for my December daily, and it's just really pretty white ribbon. And I thought that was perfect. And I thought about using some gold ribbon as well, but I thought the white was just fine. I think it looks just fine. So, and I probably will try to fix the bow and make it kind of stand prettier, but you know, it's fine. It's fine for me. So there are my letters. You can see they're falling off. So I came back, and it was kind of bothering me, those little things. So I decided to try to outline them in black, but I really didn't like that at all, like not one bit. So I completely decided to skip that, and I'm gonna remove it, and then I'm gonna take that one from the top and I'm gonna add that to the little flowers on the bottom, to that little cluster. So I'm gonna put it underneath there, and I will pop it up with a pop dot, and that just kind of extends that little cluster of flowers down there. So yeah, I definitely did not like the black outline on this. It didn't go. So yeah, so I removed that. So, and then I'm gonna see if there's anything else I want to add on there, any other little flowers or anything, but no, I really like just that. I think that is perfect. And then I'm gonna do the back cover. Now I cut this down to size, and then I don't realize it, but I cut it too short. So you're gonna see that I'm gonna cut it, and then I'm gonna have to grab another sheet and redo it. Thankfully I have a few sheets of this paper, so it's not too bad. but yeah, but I do cut it, and it is too short. So yeah, I think the first one I cut it, and I think I messed it up. That's what it was. I think I messed it up, and then I took another sheet, and then I think I cut it too short. I think I had to redo this like 3 times. So yeah, I think this one is too short. Or maybe this one is the right one. Or yeah, this one was fine, and then I think I cut it down too short. And again, I could have totally, no, this is the right one. Yeah, this is the right one. So I glued it on there, and then I am cutting, I decided not to cut before I glued. I just cut around it. I figured that would give me better control over the size, because I didn't want to mess it up again. So yeah, so there I go, and then I'm gonna just glue the other edges down of that and be good to go. And I thought about putting ribbon, the same ribbon on the back, there it is, but I ended up not doing it. I just left it as is. I was happy with that. So I kind of spaced out my little circular stars a little bit better, and that is basically it, you guys. This is my album. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you did. I can't wait to get started on my album, so stay tuned for that. If you guys have any questions or comments, I love to hear from you guys. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.